Are you searching for the ultimate AMD gaming CPU to power your next build? Are you tired of sifting through endless benchmarks and marketing jargon just to find the processor that delivers the best bang for your buck? Whether you're a competitive gamer chasing every last frame or a content creator who needs serious multitasking muscle, today we're counting down the 7 best AMD gaming CPUs available right now. From budget-friendly performance to world-beating flagship chips, we've tested them all, so let's get started. 7. AMD Ryzen 7 7700X. Starting off our list is the AMD Ryzen 7 7700X, a processor that once set the standard for mid-range gaming but now finds itself outpaced by newer options. The 7700X offers 8 cores and 16 threads, with impressive single-threaded performance that rivals even the higher-tier Ryzen 9 7950X in certain workloads. In my testing, the 7700X excelled in titles like F122, delivering smooth frame rates at 1080p, and it held its own in CPU-heavy games such as Warzone 2 and CSGO, thanks to its strong single-threaded capabilities. However, the 7700X does show its age when stacked against the latest CPUs. Its integrated graphics processor, IGP, is strictly utilitarian, barely enough for basic display output, and only suitable for very light gaming at low settings. If you're hoping to play modern games without a discrete GPU, you'll be disappointed. Even compared to older AMD chips with better integrated graphics, the 7700X falls short in this area. Another drawback is its value proposition. While the 7700X is energy efficient, drawing significantly less power than Intel's Core i9-12900K, it struggles to justify its cost for pure gaming, especially when compared to the 7800X3D or even the previous gen 5800X3D, which can sometimes edge it out in certain titles. In content creation and multi-core workloads, the 7700X is competent but not groundbreaking. It trails behind chips with higher core counts, such as the Ryzen 9 5950X and 7950X. Ultimately, the Ryzen 7 7700X is a solid performer for mainstream gaming and everyday productivity, but it's hard to recommend over newer, more efficient, and better performing options. If you're building a new system today, the 7700X is only worth considering if you find it at a steep discount or if you're looking to future-proof on a tight budget. Number 6. AMD Ryzen 7 9700X. Moving up, the Ryzen 7 9700X brings incremental improvements over the 7700X, but it's a classic example of evolution rather than revolution. This chip maintains the 8-core, 16-thread configuration, and in my tests, I noticed slightly higher single-threaded performance, about an 11% improvement in Cinebench R23 compared to its predecessor. The real win for the 9700X is its power efficiency. It runs much cooler and consumes less energy, making it a smart choice for compact or thermally constrained builds. Despite these gains, the 9700X can feel underwhelming. In gaming, the performance difference between the 9700X and 7700X is minimal, sometimes even favoring the older chip in certain titles like Cyberpunk 2077, where the 7700X managed higher average frame rates in my tests. The reduced TDP, while great for efficiency, appears to limit the chip's multi-threaded potential, and in some productivity applications, the 9700X can actually fall behind the 7700X. The 9700X's biggest strength is its lower heat output and energy consumption, which translates to quieter cooling and potentially lower electricity bills over time. But for gamers seeking a noticeable performance leap, the 9700X doesn't deliver the generational jump you might expect. It's a competent, cool-running CPU, but it's not a game changer, especially with more exciting options just a step above. Number 5. AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D. At number 5, the Ryzen 7 7800X3D is a chip that truly changed the game for AMD's mainstream lineup. Featuring 8 cores and 16 threads, the 7800X3D leverages AMD's 3D V-cache technology, packing a massive 96 megabytes of L3 cache. In my gaming tests, this cache made a world of difference. the 7800X3D consistently outperformed not just its price peers, but even more expensive CPUs from both AMD and Intel. The 7800X3D shines brightest in CPU-limited games, where that extra cash translates to higher frame rates and smoother gameplay. I found that in titles like Counter-Strike 2, F122, and Rainbow Six Siege, the 7800X3D delivered frame rates that put it at the top of the charts, often beating the pricier Ryzen 9 7950 3D and even Intel's flagship Core i9-13900K by double-digit percentages. It's also a remarkably power-efficient chip, running cool and quiet even under sustained gaming loads, a real bonus for anyone who doesn't want to invest in a high-end cooling solution. There are some trade-offs, though. The 7800X3D does not support DDR4 memory, which means you'll need to invest in DDR5 and a new AM5 motherboard, raising the total platform cost. Additionally, its lower clock speeds compared to the non-X3D 7700X mean that productivity and content creation tasks don't benefit as much, and there's no direct multiplier-based overclocking for enthusiasts who like to push their hardware to the limit. Still, for pure gaming, the 7800X3D is a standout. Its efficiency, upgrade path, and stellar performance in a wide range of titles make it a favorite for dedicated gamers who want the best value without compromising on frame rates. 4. AMD Ryzen 7 9800X3D. The Ryzen 7 9800X3D is AMD's latest entry in the 3D V-Cache family, and it's nothing short of a gaming powerhouse. With 8 cores, 16 threads, and an improved version of 3D V-Cache, the 9800X3D takes everything great about the 7800X3D and pushes it even further. In my testing, this chip consistently delivered the fastest gaming performance on the market, beating Intel's Core i9-14900K by an average of 18 to 24% across a wide suite of games. What sets the 9800X3D apart is its ability to maintain high clock speeds while leveraging the massive L3 cache, thanks to AMD's new cache placement technique. This results in both higher average frame rates and significantly improved 1% lows, meaning smoother gameplay even in the most demanding scenarios. In titles like Baldur's Gate 3, Homeworld 3, and Factorio, the performance uplift is dramatic, with frame rates jumping by as much as 35 to 40% compared to previous gen chips. The 9800X3D isn't just about raw speed, it's also more thermally efficient, allowing for higher sustained performance without excessive heat or noise. However, its 8-core design means it's not the best choice for heavy multitasking or content creation. Similarly priced chips with more cores will outpace it in those areas. But for gamers, the 9800X3D is a dream come true, offering top-tier performance and future-proofing for years to come. Number 3. AMD Ryzen 9 9950X. Stepping into the high end, the Ryzen 9 9950X is a 16-core, 32-thread behemoth that blends gaming prowess with serious productivity muscle. Built on AMD's Zen 5 architecture, the 9950X delivers strong single-threaded and multi-threaded performance, making it an excellent choice for gamers who also need to handle demanding workloads like video editing or 3D rendering. In my tests, the 9950X outperformed its predecessor by 7% in gaming benchmarks and held its own against Intel's Core i9-14900K, even edging it out in some titles at both 1080p and 1440p resolution 6. Where the 9950X truly shines is in productivity. It offers leading multi-threaded performance, native AVX512 support, and impressive energy efficiency, consuming 25% less power than its Intel rival while maintaining high performance. However, the 9950X isn't without its quirks. While it delivers some uplift in gaming, it doesn't quite match the performance of AMD's own X3D chips, which are specifically optimized for gaming. Core parking and thread targeting issues can also affect performance in certain scenarios, and the generational gains in productivity aren't always dramatic. Still, for those who want a chip that can do it all top-tier gaming and heavy multitasking, the 9950X is a formidable option. Number 2. AMD Ryzen 9 7950X3D. The Ryzen 9 7950X 3D is where AMD's 3D V-Cache technology truly comes into its own for high-end users. With 16 cores, 32 threads, and a massive 128 megabytes of L3 cache, the 7950X 3D is a gaming and productivity juggernaut. In my hands-on experience, this chip consistently outperformed Intel's fastest offerings, delivering up to 40% higher frame rates in select games and a 13% average lead over the Core i9-13900KS. What's remarkable about the 7950X 3D is its versatility. Not only does it dominate in gaming, especially at 1080p where CPU speed is critical, but it also excels in creative workloads like video editing and rendering. The 3D V-Cache doesn't just benefit games, it also boosts performance in applications that can leverage large caches, making it a top pick for content creators who game on the side. Despite its immense power, the 7950X 3D is surprisingly energy efficient, running at a lower TDP than its non-3D sibling and Intel's flagship chips. The main downside is the price. This is a premium chip, and you'll need to invest in an AM5 motherboard and DDR5 RAM, which can make for an expensive upgrade if you're coming from an older platform. Still, if you want best-in-class gaming and serious multitasking capability, the 7950X 3D is hard to beat. Number 1. AMD Ryzen 9 9950X 3D. At the very top of our list is the AMD Ryzen 9 9950X 3D, the new king of gaming CPUs and an all-around performance monster. This 16-core, 32-thread chip combines the best of AMD's Zen 5 architecture with second-generation 3D V-Cache, delivering a staggering 128 megabytes of L3 cache and clock speeds up to 5.7 GHz. In my testing, the 9950X 3D delivered chart-topping frame rates in every game I threw at it, often trading blows with the 9800X 3D, but pulling ahead in titles that benefit from higher core counts. The 9950X 3D is not just about raw gaming speed, it also retains nearly all the productivity performance of the standard 9950X, making it the ultimate all-rounder for gamers who stream, edit, or render on the same machine. What impressed me most was the consistency. Frame times were smooth, stutter was non-existent, and the chip maintained high performance even under sustained loads. It's also fully overclockable and energy efficient, with AVX 512 support for advanced workloads. There are very few compromises here. The price is steep, but for those who demand the absolute best in gaming and multitasking, the 9950X 3D is simply unmatched. AMD's improvements to 3D V-Cache placement have eliminated the thermal and clock speed limitations of earlier X3D chips, so you get both high clocks and massive cache in one package. If you want the fastest, most versatile AMD gaming CPU available today, the Ryzen 9 9950X 3D is the clear choice. Final thought. And there you have it, the 7 best AMD gaming CPUs, tested and ranked. Whether you're building a budget-friendly rig or a no-compromise gaming and productivity powerhouse, AMD's lineup has something for everyone. Which one will power your next build? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth reviews and gaming hardware guides.